What is your name?
Mary Bridget Collins.
And what are the names of your parents and brothers and sisters?
The names of my parents was Catherine. Well, I suppose we called her Katie, really. Katie Donnelly, but her name was Diffley. Katie Diffley Donnelly. My father was John Joseph Donnelly.
And your brothers and sisters?
No brothers, no sisters.
An only child. How did your parents choose your name?
Probably my mother's mother. Her name was Bridget.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
And that's my middle name, Mary Bridget.
So does it have special meaning?
Well, they both... My grandmother, I have a feeling, might have had a saying in it, but she was a very religious woman. So the names, it had to be the names of saints.
And did you have a nickname?
My little girlfriend, although I was an only child, I lived in an Irish country village. So there was loads, the houses on each side, I knew every person in, and there was loads of kids to play with. And one of my friends, her name was Bridget too. Garrity was her name, Bridget Garrity. And she couldn't pronounce my name when she was little. And instead of saying, they used to call me Bridgie, even though it wasn't, it was my middle name. But when I was little, they did. And she couldn't pronounce it, so she ended up calling me Ding Dong. It sounded like that, so everybody picked it up.
I love it. That's delightful. When and where were you born?
I was born in an Irish town called Athleague in County Roscommon, Ireland.
When?
7th of February, 1928.
And what kinds of things did your family do together when you were young?
Well, now come to think about it, they didn't do a whole lot. We were left mostly to ourselves to play. Everybody played on the streets. And with the backs of the houses, most of them had fields going up. It was a little country town. So we really didn't ever need much entertainment because with a crowd of kids, we all played together. And in school, we used to leave the little local school and go to the local green to play what we call camogie, what you would probably call hurling.
Or what did you love to do with your friends?
Well, what I love to do with my friends, I'm so old now, that's hard to say. I do anything that's entertaining. Well, when we were young, we all used to, we all, for some unknown reason, had bicycles. I had a bicycle from the age of 7, and most of my friends did too, because that was the mode of transportation. Cars were, if there was one car in the village, that would be about 8 or 2.
So tell me about your work as a midwife.
When you are training as a midwife, you live on what's known as the district with the supervisor, and you deliver the baby, so you call her if you need help.
Wow, that must have been exciting.
Sometimes it was too exciting, let me tell you. But I used a bicycle because there was no such thing. None of us could afford cars in those days.
Now, did you ever have to ride that bicycle in the middle of the night to help deliver a baby?
Yes, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock were the favorite times for these babies to be born.
Wow.
And it was a section of London, of the city.